Okie dokie. New stream. Alright. Okay, let's actually pray this thing is up this time. Okay, audio seems to be working just fine. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, audio's good, that's good. Hey, we're good. Lovely to hear it. Give me 1 second, everyone. Okay, perfect. Really gotta figure out what's up with those thumbnails, that's so strange. Okie dokie. Alright, so let's see. Stream's good. Okay, latency's fine. Let me actually make this live. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna take a bit of time to get all the references and such, and that shouldn't take a great deal. Why is that not streaming? Here we go. Let me actually put the audio quality a little bit better. There we go, perfect. And is that running? I've been having some trouble with OBS, I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, audio's fine. There we go. I was a bit worried. Okay, so same story as usual. Just gonna wait until someone gets on. Then I'm gonna start. Okay. Actually, I should probably get the references in the meantime. Okay, so who's up today? Who's up today? Drakey boy. Okay. Let's see. I know I got that reference sheet somewhere. They sent the where is it? Damn, where'd it go? There we go. Found the ref sheets. Okie dokie. Oh, hey, it's the Blaine sheet I was working on. Damn, I can't see anything. The sun is in my eyes. Here we go. Okay, just get everything set up real quick. Hey, we got a watcher who's online. Okay, actually, this should work just fine. Let me get that. Let's see. Okie dokie. Where's that ref sheet I was looking at? Oh, there it is. And the ref. Okay. So Drakey Boy's up today. Let's see. Anybody online yet? Nope, not quite. Okay. Drakey Boy. Okay, perfect. I exist. Hello, it's Drakey Boy. Good morning, chat. Morning, Glog. Hey, Drake. Okay, so now we got some people in here. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be another morning stream. I think I'm actually going to be doing these in the morning from now on, because generally it's when I got a bit more time. I think like 10 a.m. East is what time this is. Yeah, 10 a.m. East. And so, like, yeah, something like this will be good. Okay, we got 4 people on now. So, welcome everyone. Today is another stream for the YCHs. I am definitely feeling way more energetic today than I was yesterday. God, yesterday I was so fried, you have no idea. But today we're going to be working on his up right now. Drakey Boys. Yeah, we're going to be working on Drakey Boys first. And then I think we got a couple people up next. I actually took a few more slots than normal this time because this is going to be the last of this YCH I'm going to be doing for the season. I'll probably come back to it at some point, just not too soon, most likely. Let's see. So I'm definitely still open for another couple slots, but I'm going to start charging people at this rate because it's already like there's like another person or two extra, and like I've already had to charge a bit extra for some slots. Okay, so getting started. Let me pull out the background. All right, so we got Drakey Boys OC here. Definitely got kind of the Legato look. If I remember correctly, Drakey Boy, you asked if you mentioned I could go creatively freedom, like I could have creative freedom with the outfit, right? So I could just kind of be anything. Let me see, because if so, I'm trying to think of an idea for this. So actually, you know what? In the meantime, I'm gonna start on the head. Why not? Yeah, I think I definitely prefer doing these in the morning too. I'm a little more awake right now. Let me see. How's the head look? Okay, so it's like... Okay, it's like that. I get it. So this would pull out to here. Tricky Boy, yes, as long as it's an elegant 2-piece. Okay, I have an idea. I already have a good idea, I think. Okay, oh, also question. Did you want the dark eyes or did you want the regular, like, normal eyes? That's up to you. There we go. Alright, let's get that jaw in there. The ears. Ooh, I love fluffy ears. That's like the best part. So the hair seems to kind of go down like that in a way. Yippee. Actually, you know what? Before I go any further on the head, let me figure out what I'm going to draw for the rest of the body real quick. Okay, so elegant 2-piece. Let me think. Okay, I think I have an idea. So I think I'll go with a kind of like silvery look. It's like there'll be like a plate here. We're gonna kind of go with what we did with Orion's real quick. We're gonna put like the silver plate here. And that's gonna come across here, and then this will be metallic. If you're doing the one with the markings and not the non-marking, then look at the dark eyes. Okay. Okay. So markings will have the dark eyes and the non-markings will not. Okay. Duly noted. I think I'll do the markings for now. Actually, I'll see how... It depends how complex the outfit is, because the more complex the outfit is, the more likely I'm going to go with the simpler look. Just so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't, like, what's the term? Clash too much, yeah. Because that's definitely going to look a lot better, I reckon. Especially if I'm going to be using a lot of metal in this. That's definitely going to... Damn, okay, I am in such a better mood than I was yesterday. I was exhausted yesterday. I didn't sleep well. Feeling a lot better right now. Okay, perfect. So what I'm thinking is, this is going to be... This is going to be the silver kind of piece holding it down. And then there's going to be like fabric kind of draped across. Kind of give it that elegant look you're looking for, maybe. Like this, I think. Ooh, yeah, awesome. You're feeling better. Off to a good start. Yeah. No, I'm feeling way better than I was yesterday. I was so fried for like the whole day. Here we go. Okay. So, I'm gonna keep it simple for now. And then I think kind of insinuate that the fabric is being kind of pulled across, tapered over this point. It doesn't quite look as wavy as I'd like. Ooh, I know why. I know exactly why. Yeah, no, today's really nice. It's very pretty outside today. It's also really goddamn warm for whatever reason I cannot possibly discern. Okay, let me clean this one up. So the seam, sorry, not the seam, the the ruffles of the fabric would probably be up here where our salty pretzels. Hey, pleasure to have you on the stream. Here we go. So today I'm just going to be working on the YCHs. I was actually thinking of maybe doing a stream for Blaine soon, because I was working on her design and I still haven't quite finished that up. And I think that'd definitely be something fun to work on. Okay, so I think fabric here, and then in between some kind of, ooh, yes, another metal plate in the middle, like another silvery kind of plate here that kind of stems out a tiny bit. And then I think this one will actually have some slight markings on it, but definitely much more refined than it was in Orion's, like a bit less detail. And it should be like the horns, like it's the shape of the horns. There we go. All right, perfect. What do you think of this so far, Drakey boy? There we go. Just pull that across. Ask for elegant and you shall receive. There we go. Okay, so fabric is there. This will probably carry over slightly over here, and then the metal will come back there. Okay, so I think this is... Ooh, armored bikini. I can vibe with this. Yes. Okay, I thought this would be a really neat look. I'm glad you like it, too. Okay. So here's the chest. Now the part I am a little baffled on of how this is going to work is... Actually, am I baffled about that? No, I could just put a circle here. Ooh, hang on. I could just put like a silver flower thing here, like a rose almost. In case you ever need to draw a rose for any given reason, just draw like a lettuce and make it red. There we go. And connect that up. So this will either be silver or some kind of iron steel, something dark. It's either going to be something dark or it's going to be something light, just because that's the color palette that we got here. Okay, red lettuce, yeah. That's actually how you draw roses. I saw that technique once and I've been using it since and it's worked shockingly well. Okay, I feel like there should be something kind of dangling from these. Yeah, maybe some of these tassels that we had on the other ones. Just a couple. Well, these aren't tassels. These are something else. I'm trying to remember. These like coin things, they have like a name in fashion. I can never remember for the life of me. We need more for Sonos based off Wendigos, Chupacabra, Gargoyles, Jersey Devils, and semi-trucks. Semi-trucks. I haven't seen a semi-truck. That's a good point. I think we got to work on that. Definitely a market there. New comment. Oh my goodness. Semi-trucks? Yeah, I was not expecting that. Here we go. Another coin, perhaps. And perhaps, what is this? There we go. Okay. Would this look good with draped fabric? Actually, just really quick. So I feel like it's missing something, but I don't know what exactly. No, that should be saved for the hips. Okay, yeah, I'll say that for the hips. So down here, I guess, well, what would be comfortable to wear? Let me think. Well, the metal would have to be here, because that's the least enclosed surface area. So yeah, I think I'll add like another rose here. Another silver rose. And then that will connect to this little thingy here that I don't know what the name of it is. Metallic fabric is what we'll call it, because it's in the shape of fabric, kind of. It's definitely reflective, since I'm adding these darks in here, because that's kind of going to show that the light is moving across it and whatnot. So, yeah, it's definitely reflective. Just keeping, like, what would actually be comfortable in mind. Yeah, this would be bent a tiny bit outwards, actually. And it would probably bend here. I like semi-trucks. Could work on the font grill area. Could be the snout, the exhaust pipes. Could be the horns. The big cargo crate could become a backpack, and the wheels could be a bunch of legs. So something like this is what you're saying. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but like something like this. I don't know how else to draw this. Just based on what's being described. You don't need to sell me on the idea aeromorphs are neat. Yeah, no, I've seen enough aeromorphs to be like, yeah, no, I can see a semi-truck working. That exactly? Excellent. Maybe I should make a semi-truck OC. I should be the first one. No, it's all your ideas, salty pretzels. I mean, like, if someone were to commission me for it, I would totally draw it. It's a cool idea. I've drawn a couple aeromorphs before, I think like once or twice. But I've never anthro like cars. Actually, I haven't really seen many anthropomorphic like cars. It's mostly aeromorphs I'm noticing. And I get the feeling like that might have something to do with, I don't know, a lot of furries being in the military probably. Complete guess so. I have no proof for like even remotely of that. Okay, so I'm thinking fabric hangs over here like this. Yeah, just hangs over like that. No, that doesn't look right. It should be a bit higher. Yeah, like here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, unironically, salty pretzels. You should make the first semi truck. Oh, see, that'd be kind of chill. You should definitely make one. I've made tons of anthro vehicle. Oh, really? Actually, I've seen tanks and I've seen planes, but I've never seen like cars. Cars would be a first. Also, is this looking elegant enough for you, Drakey boy? How's this so far? Also, apologies if you guys hear construction in the background. That is still going on. I don't know what's up with that. No, this would be carried over a bit more. Ooh, actually, a few trains. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, I have seen trains. Yeah, no, that's true. I have actually seen a train once or twice. Why don't we just make the damnly long skirtish kind of thing, leaving the front a bit exposed? Sure, I can do that. So something like this is what you're thinking of. A furry trucker that's a truck in and of itself, yeah. I can see that. That's a neat little idea. I can think of a couple story ideas for that, actually, that could be fun. Okay, like this? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm not sure if there would be a bottom taper here. It's a bit too wide, actually. I might have to bring it up a bit. Here. I think here should be a bit better. Unless you preferred it longer, in which case I can go back. Excited to see what you come up with. Man, I need somebody to like tell me to do things sometimes because usually I get so busy with other stuff I just completely forget to do things. Like I have like a bunch of comic ideas I've been meaning to do, but I just keep putting it off because I have other things I need to do. You know what? Actually, as soon as these YCHs are done, I should just do like comic streams where I like go over the story and whatnot, and then I should, I don't know, I guess I should hire an editor. If you guys know anyone who can edit videos, that would save me so much time because I just do not have the time to edit all the videos myself. It's nice like that. I think it would look a bit nicer with a bit of an angle. Yeah, I agree, actually. That's a good point. Let me angle it a bit. Like that. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm gonna have to erase this part though. Here we go. Let's see, how are we doing for time? 20... Is this even 20 minutes? I think I started a lot earlier. Oh man, hell yeah. 15 minutes. This is a good time. No, okay, no, this looks fine. I just need to have a slight view of the one behind it, and that should be good. Okay, perfect. Or maybe, actually, I might need to angle this even more now that I think about it. This one should actually be a little further out. Like that, yeah. Like the trucks or Maximum Overdrive movie. But the truck or Anthro. Oh yeah, I can see that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I totally agree. Maximum Overdrive movie. Do I know this movie? Hang on, let me search this up. Maximum Overdrive. I've never seen this movie before. You know what? That little embroidery at the edge of the skirt would look super nice too. Sure, I can do that. Just a teeny bit. I'm not going to add too much because the silver is definitely going to be doing most of the work here for the actual like detailed bit of it. But I'll add a teeny bit because I think it would look nice too. I think you're right about that. Hang on. What am I doing here that needs work? Maybe like this. Is that, yeah, that's what I needed. That's exactly what it needed. There we go. Ooh, I was just gonna say, hang on. Actually, let me write this down real quick. Let me write this shit down. Silver just adds a bit of extra. That's nice. Yeah, no, totally. Reflective surfaces are also pretty fun. Okay. I need to do a comic stream. I'm gonna write this down before I forget. I need to do a comic stream, random art stream, and game streams. I keep forgetting to do those. And I gotta hire an editor. Please, if any of you know an editor that's looking for work, I really, really need one right now. Because there's so many videos I want to do, but I just can't do because I just don't have the time. Like I can do them, it's just gonna take a while. There's a video I've been working on, the Stairs at 6 a.m. video, which is the one I really, really want, like I really want to put it out at some point. But that's definitely gonna take some time at this rate. Experimental semi-truck persona. Like unironically, I think a day where I just get on stream and people just tell me what to draw, that would be legit really funny. I can think of so many like ridiculous things that would be coming up because of that. Let me see. I think this would bend a tiny bit over here, actually, yeah. This is why, yeah, no, I definitely prefer doing these streams in the morning. I'm in a way better mood than I was yesterday. I was like, I was so tired, like so tired. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I couldn't sleep, but okay. That looks fine. I think I should actually make this part a little bigger just to balance it out. And then I think I'm just gonna edit the side a teeny bit, and then I'll finish up. So how's everyone doing today? How's everybody going on their days and whatnot? The pain of wanting to eat but needing to do stuff. I learned to stop playing around with sleep a long time ago. I usually go to sleep when I need to. Keyword there is usually. So your prototype 18-wheeler Anther development. Yeah, when will you get on this U.S. military? And then I think I'll add another, yeah, I'll add another little silver flower over here. Imagine if you boop the grill the nose and it honks the horn. Oh, that'd be kind of sweet. Until it's like 200 decibels loud and it's like actually deafening. I'm not too bad. Doing well. Well, I'm glad to hear it, dude. hopefully you can rest up soon. I can't imagine it's terribly nice having to not be able to sleep. I need to start sleeping better, but I do a lot better than I used to. Yeah. Yeah, I learned the hard way not to play with sleep. Did not go well. I think I'll make a video about it sometime actually. That'd be a good video for like a story. Okay. I think this is good for the outfit. What do you think, Drakey boy? Sorry, I just want to see how these look. Excellent. Hey, perfect. I'm super glad I could get this right for you. Okay. I like that actually. I think that's what it needs. Okay, perfect. Let me get the head in, and then I can start with the rest. I like that chain too. Yeah, I think it like it balances it out. I can't explain it. Okay, so the head. Uh, hmm. Or what if they're an anthro car carrier and all the cars are their pets? That could be fun. I could totally see that. Okay, let me see the version without any markings real quick. Okay. How that might be a bit funky. Okay, Drakey boy, just out of curiosity, do you have any preference for the markings or not the markings? Sorry, without the markings. Do you have a preference? Artist choice, I like them both a lot. Okay. Because I'm trying to imagine how this would look. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna go with the markings for now because I think it would look better, but we'll see. It really just depends on how the outfit looks, and then depending on how the outfit looks, I'm gonna change up the. Actually, wait a sec. Damn, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm just gonna have to see how the outfit looks with it. Honestly, that's the only way we can really know. Let's get this hair down here. This seems to be like one big kind of swooping down braid of hair. And then I think I'll bring this over the chest a bit. See if I can get that right. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. And then the ears would be kind of also draped across. There we go. I forgot how much I enjoyed inking stuff. like doing this, like in the background, where you just like put in darks. I forgot how much like fun I had just doing that. Okay. Be over his chest too? Yeah, I could do that. I could make it like here. Like insinuated that it's kind of going over the chin. Sorry, under the chin. And then pull that across. Is there any expression you'd like in particular, or just like anything? Actually, hang on. Should probably be like that, yeah. You could totally be happy about the look. Sure thing. Let me add that in. Oh, I almost forgot the little teeth here. The tooth. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, you know, just thinking now about like streams for games and stuff. You know what game I'd really want to play? I'd really want to play Prey. I haven't touched Prey in a long time. It's been like years since I played Prey. Damn, it's crazy. That game is as old as like the first Prey was when Prey 2016 came out. That's kind of nuts. The horns kind of come from the front of the head, so that helps with the horn look. Oh yeah, you're kind of right. Hang on, let me shift this a bit forward. Like that, I think. Yeah. Okay. My main OC is a shape-shifting dragon that can turn into a dragon and a monster truck hybrid. That's unironically like kind of the wildest thing I've ever heard, but also really, really cool, honestly. That's kind of sick, not gonna lie. Is it like a Transformers thing? There we go. I think the horn's like a crown. Oh, so it just like it goes around. I think I can get that across. It might be kind of hard with this angle in particular, but like, so you're thinking more like this. Is this more what you're thinking, or like, hang on. No, hang on. Like this? Is this kind of what you're going for? No, it's more like there's stretchy slash made of goose. It can change shape. Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. Like they can like they're like goo, kind of like Odo. That's cool. Okay. Hang on, because I'm looking at the ref, and I don't think the ref is. I think it's. I'm just trying to figure it out. I need to commit to griffining up my bird. Fluffy ears are too ideal. Yeah, I've also kind of been thinking of doing fluffy ears. DS9, my beloved. Oh man, I've been watching the whole thing right lately. Ugh. I don't know why Deep Space Nine is considered like the black sheep of the Star Trek franchise. It's honestly like the best one. Hang on. I'm trying to figure this out. Sideways Z, but wrap them around a tube. Because this is what's coming to mind for me. Like this. Like a shape like this. Voyager is actually my favorite, but DS9 is a close second. I haven't seen Voyager yet. So, I'll have to see what I think when I check out Voyager. But I think once I do, I might have a different opinion. But so far, DS9 is the best one. Hang on, I'll make a quick sketch. Sure thing. In the meantime, I will work on... What can I work on? I can work on the eyes. Also, all of my vehicle be on the nose, share the nose horn boop gimmick. That's kind of neat. So it's like a little detail that kind of bridges them all together. Oh, goodness me. Let me see. One sec, I'm just getting a notification from someone here. Damn, okay, there's a lot of people who really want to snag one of these. DS9 and Voy honestly had a fair bit of overlap in a few different ways. Yeah, they were definitely both. I think both of them were probably really good because just based on what I know of Voyager, it seems like that's when they really started to figure out the writing should not be episodic, but like things should have relation. Because in Deep Space Nine, the whole thing is like it's like a sequence of events after like season 1 or season 2. Unlike TNG, which is much more loose and a bit more episodic. Yeah, it's got so much more like continuity. Yeah, that's the one thing I never liked too much about Star Trek. It's like it's way too episodic sometimes, which is fine for the original series. But like I definitely think like TNG would have been helped if it was much more sequential. So going back to Anther semi trucks, what if they could blow out different shaped puffs of smoke from their horns like Z-shaped smoke when they're sleeping, hearts and love? Ooh, that's like kind of like a cartoony logic thing. I can see that. Real. Okay, let me see if Drakey boy sent the sketch. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around how the horns would look. Damn, yeah, I forgot how much fun I had inking stuff. Oh, lag. Here we go. Almost done. A few angles. No worries. Take your time. And yeah, I think some people preferred the Adventure of the Day type story, but yeah, no, I generally prefer continuity in stories. Adventure of the Day is fun. Like I like both. Like I would prefer if there was like a general continuity, and there was like a every now and then there was like an Adventure of the Day, you know, like a ship of the week type deal. But yeah, no, I've generally preferred continuity for the most part. It just makes for better storytelling, I think. Exactly. Something French once in a while, but overall more of an overarching story. Yeah, I agree. I think like DS9's writing is probably the best example I can think of, but it does get a little unnecessarily edgy sometimes with some of the episodes, I think. But yeah, it's definitely a nicer form of writing, I think. Feels more involved. I guess I could put in the glasses while I'm at it. And of course, Anthro trucks could be chunk and squishy to match your style. You're really trying to sell me on the Anthro trucks here. I mean, I kind of want to try it. See, the thing is, like, there's always stuff I want to try. I just never have, like, I either forget or I just don't have time. But like, if I was reminded, like, on another stream where I'm just doing like normal art, I'd probably just do one. The problem is just that I can't really focus sometimes on art. Or like if I do, it's like on one thing specifically that I just really need to get done. Or usually commissions. I'm usually just doing commissions, that sort of thing. Like these YCHs. These are fun though. I will say that I think DS9 probably has more of a consistent story, but I do think the lightheartedness of Voy sometimes plus the Doctor, my beloved. Yeah, I agree. I think DS9 is good. It's just a little. It's just so grim, like all the time. Especially in like the later seasons, it gets kind of. Because like currently I'm on like season. I think I'm on season 4. I'm like halfway through season 4. Yeah, it's always tricky to choose what to lock in on. Yeah, no, for sure. It's pretty tricky to lock in on something. For me, it's like my rule is generally when I have like a week where I just do nothing but commissions and like paid art because that's how my art stays stable. It's how you guys can support my art and whatnot. But I noticed I had a problem where I'd be like, oh, I'm doing commissioned art and like I want to do this and I'd start doing both and then I'd get exhausted and I'd burn myself out. So now I just alternate between I have one week where I do like just general kind of, well, not general, I just do commissioned art, which is like these YCHs. And then another week where I just focus on comics, that sort of thing. And that seems to have worked the best for me. It's the best balance between making money and just doing what I enjoy. I will say though, Twitter has been kind of funny with numbers recently. I don't know what they're doing. A little rough, but I hope this helps. Hang on, let me see. Okay, just check. Got the sketch. Let me see. Oh. Okay, I get it now. So it's like this. Hang on, it's like this. I think. It's more like this, is it? Sorry if I'm commenting too much, but the idea is an anthro tanker truck could be used to flammable liquid freeze fire like a metal dragon. Now, don't worry. I'm never gonna I appreciate all the comments, especially because it's a pretty quiet stream today. Damn, I remember when it took like work to get to like just 2 viewers. I really appreciate that you guys want to check out on these like pretty frequently. Uh, no, don't worry about the comments. It's pretty fascinating, honestly. I hadn't considered stuff like this before because I usually don't do anthro vehicles. But was I working on something? I was working on something. Yeah, I can't remember. But like, I definitely want to try more anthro vehicles at some point. And this little doodle I gotta finish for Blaine. And her sheet. I still gotta do her sheet. I keep forgetting. I constantly forget to do her sheet. You think? Okay. Drakey boy, is this kind of the shape you had in mind? Yeah, kind of like that. Then there's the pointed up segment in the back, then crippling. Okay. So more like this. Like that, kind of. Okay. Uh, so it would be like that'd be a little taller, wouldn't it? Actually, it's like this. Does this kind of had what you had in mind? maybe a bit more overlap on the front. And then maybe... This is just generally kind of a tough angle for this style of horn, I think. Just because we're looking at it at 3/4, and this is very much the kind of thing that would be better from a front or a rear angle, I think. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to see if I can do it. Yeah, it's a tough angle for this kind of horn. How is this? Does this work? It's a bit rough, and with practice, I gotta do it at 3/4. Okay. I think I see more like this. How's this? Does this look a bit better? Like when it's maybe if I do this. What if an Anther truck could have like a driver as a pet or a friend? That'd be cool. I don't know where they'd be though. They just have like a little cavity in them, just the driver's seat for their friend. Like built-in like birdhouse. How's this? Is this good, Drakey boy? I think this is closer to what you're looking for. But I want to hear your thoughts on it. Is this kind of more what you had in mind? There we go. I'll just draw the rest of that just to even it out. Much closer? Okay, perfect. I think I'll go with this one then, if that's fine with you. Because I think this is as close as I could possibly get it at this specific angle. Or actually, this should be, no, that should be pointed out. I'll switch that over to there a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think this is as close as I can get it at this angle. But if that's okay, I think I'll stick with that. Yeah. All right, let me see. Let me quickly check if somebody's responded on Twitter yet. First time doing it too. So as long as it's close, I'm happy enough. Okay. Glad so. I just want to make sure it's all right. So 210. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, somebody has responded on Twitter actually. Sorry, I'm checking a little bit back and forth because I've been getting a shocking amount of people who are like, "Oh, I'd like to get a slot." I think I'm already over like 3 slots from the original like limit. Because after Drakey Boy, it's Anko who you got to do, and then after Anko, there's another person who contacted me, and then there's another person who's most likely going to be paying soon. So there's definitely quite a few this time, but I'm charging a fair bit extra at this point because I'm starting to get like I'm about to reach the 10 slot point, and that's probably around how many I'm willing to do in a week. Okay. So the horns are good. I'm going to start with the color then. So I think this is good for the lines. So I'm going to start with messing around with the color real quick. See. Oh, careful. And down here. So I imagine going with a purple color palette is what you were thinking of here, because your color, or what do you think? Purple or just like, or what color did you have in mind actually? If you had a color in mind, that is. Oh, wrong one. gradient on that. Oops, forgot to invert that. Possibly like purple? Sure thing. Let me try that. Let me get this in, get the whites, and then I'll add in the purples, and I'll see how that looks. More like a lavender, I think. Or actually, no, the fabric might have to be a lot darker if it's going to contrast with the silver. We'll see. Okay, we'll try it out. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, test this out. Or actually, this one might be the darker fabric, I think. Yeah, I'll just mark that down in advance. Might as well. And then I'll probably color these down here gold, but just for now I want them purple, just so I have an idea of contrast. And I'll also get rid of all these little artifacts too, don't worry. I have a neat little trick for that. Is that everything that needs to be made purple? Or does this look better purple? Let me see. Oops. And then if this was just light purple, how would that look? I kind of prefer that a little bit. Okay, let's try this out. Let me just dilate that. There we go. Clean that up. Okay. Now for the silver, I think I have a color in mind for that. Actually, let me clip these real fast. So this is the part where I lock in a little bit. You know what? Or you know, why not also make tinted lenses as well? Make them a pink tint. Sure, I can do that. Let me just add in the silver real quick. Oh, this is way too dark for silver. I'll change that in a sec. Yeah, I'll edit this in a moment. And the flower up here, why don't I just use the brush? Just remind me to tint the glasses in case I forget, because I might. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then let me just extend that a teeny bit. Thanks. Okay, perfect. I'm really locking in for this part. It's always the colors that I really want to get right. So that's usually what makes or breaks a piece, especially one like this. Okay. So this needs to be lighter, like this. Slightly more blue. That's closer to what silver would probably look like, but this is more contrasty, so we're going to stick with this. Make it slightly purple, less saturated. And I think if we're going to make the glasses a pink tint, then I think I'm actually going to make this slightly more pink. That actually does look good as pink. So it would look like if it's just purple. Purple. So this is purple. Actually, let me add a gradient to this before I do anything else. Let's see what the purple with the pink glasses would look like. Sure. Let's take a gander. Oops. Wrong layer. Here you go. Let me just finish this little gradient up here. I do really like this like purplish blue look almost. I think this is really nice looking. But let's see what it looks like with the glasses real quick. It's either going to look jarring or it's going to look really nice. It's one of the two. There's no in between at these. So look like this. Oh, wrong layer. And I think pin light should be good for this. Let's try pin light. How does that look out? Nope. Maybe overlay. Nope. Might just have to do normals on this. Hard light. If I make it darker, it should look fine with hard light. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. And what color is this? Okay. What do you think of this? I actually kind of like that, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I actually think that's kind of neat. Mess with the silver a bit too while I'm at it, actually. Add some brights to this. Yeah, I think it works really well. It works a lot better than I thought it was gonna, actually. Ooh, okay, that looks really nice for the silver. I think we're sticking with that. This is a good gradient for the silver. And you know, I think I'm gonna end up having to... I think I'm gonna end up putting the markings just to give some contrast on the body. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the markings. I'll see. That's what I was forgetting. It's this part down here. The little embroidery down here is the part I was missing. I think I'll keep this part white, most likely. Not sure. I might make it silver too, though, in earnest. But I kind of like how it looks white. The coins and the chains too. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot. Damn, this looks way nicer than I thought it was gonna, actually. Coins and the chain should be dark, I think, just to mess with it. I'm not quite sure what shade of dark, but I know it needs to be dark. There we go. Okay, so these should be in some way some kind of contrast. I'm gonna mess around with the patterns and see how they look in a second. But how go with brass? Brass would probably look good. Let me see. Let's check it out. Brass would look nice. The only problem I have with brass is that it might look a bit out of place with the rest of the outfit, because then I'd have to make something else kind of brass as well. So this is like that. This is dark. This is brass. Yeah, I think the dark works a bit better, especially if we're going to be going with the patterns. In fact, if we're going with the patterns, I should probably make it light. But very quickly, yeah. I did the embroidery just down here. Mm. Oh, you mean like make it like brass? Okay, good idea. Actually, let me try that. Where's the white? Where did I put the white? Where's my silver? Okay, let's try this. Oh, yeah. Oops, my mistake. There we go. What do you think of that? Let me get a before and after. So this is before, then this is after. You prefer the brass? Okay, sure thing. I'm just gonna have to adjust it slightly so it doesn't clash too much with the purple. Like this. Okay. In that case, I might leave the markings off this time because I think it would actually look better without the markings in this case. Actually, let me try. Let me see. Just out of curiosity. Oh, I do kind of like that, but ooh, damn, that contrast is gorgeous though. Hang on, let me see. And then it would be on the hands too, if I'm not mistaken. This would be over the fingers, then over the hands. I'm probably gonna end the stream after this one, and then I'm gonna continue on these later, just because I gotta go eat lunch in a sec. And it seems to just be over the hands, yeah. Go and get that little eye marking on the hand right there. Alright, perfect. And then the shoulders just kind of sweeps over. Mostly I'm just doing the markings because I want to see if it looks nice or not. I want to be sure. Ooh. I don't know. Let me make that bit lighter actually. And more purple. Okay, so I think personally, just from a design perspective, the shoulder markings are actually the tips of the ear. Oh, are they? Oh, okay, I didn't see that at first. That makes sense. Okay, let me fix that. Actually, in that case, I could just fill this part in. Okay, so just from a design perspective, I think the markings look better without the brass, and then the brass looks better on the one without the markings, is my opinion, personally. But I think I could... But if you want the brass really bad, I think I can make both of them work with some color shifting. Actually, oh, I almost forgot the green. Or wait, no, the eyes wouldn't be green, they'd just be white. And I gotta add in the little eye of the horns too. One sec, I can put that in. There's also stripes across the back too. Would that be visible? Yes, it would. There we go. Let me just add in these bits in the horns. There we go. Actually, that one's a teeny bit too big. Teeny a smidgen too big. Alright, perfect. And the stripes on the back. Let me add that in. Okay. Let me see. How's it look without the brass? How's it look without the marking? Okay, what do you think? Markings or no markings? Ugh. I shall leave this. I like the markings a bit more. Same, honestly. See, the one thing I'm not too sure about is the brass. I think it looks better without it, but if you want the brass, I can make it work. If anything, I could probably actually put in the background now. Yeah, here we go. put this, actually let me color in the lines now while I'm at it. Okay. Let me see. So the purple would be like this, probably slightly more blue. Yeah. I also like the bits below the thigh marks or triangles. Yep, sure. Let me add that. There we go. Very, very cute looking with color. Yeah, I do really like this outfit, not gonna lie. Brass a smidge more? Sure thing. Duly noted. Okay. This should probably be less saturated, actually. Let me just mess with the color grading a tiny bit. Oops. Kind of gives me Vaporwave Sun vibe for some reason as a whole. Fair enough. I can see that. There we go. All right, perfect. In that case, I think that's everything I need to add. Ooh, I should add a gradient to the markings actually, just in case. The almighty gradient. Alright, perfect. And now I'm going to finish coloring in the lines. And the silver too. I should probably do the silver as well before I forget that. More like this. Maybe, yeah. It's a better color. There we go. And add in this bit here. Add in this, and this. And I think the fur will probably be more like this. This is the vibe I'm getting, kind of, from it. Did I forget? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that little marking at the end, the edge of the horns. Let me just add that in. There we go. Okay, I think this is perfect. What do you think? This good? Oh, I should actually, before I do anything else. Maybe a bit less of an obvious spot than that. You love it? Okay, perfect. Very glad to hear it. Now I just need to add the little moniker thing that I add on all my stuff. But I don't want it to be too intrusive. I just don't know where to put it. I suppose I could put it here. Yeah, I guess I could just put it down here. so nice without it. Seems a shame to put it in. Oh, the little monogram? Yeah, that's just generally how people can know which designs of mine are original. Definitely want this one to be more subtle though. Like here maybe, I guess. No. Sure I could think of a better spot than that. Yeah, it's a designer logo, essentially. So like all my here, let me show you. So like all my original designs have, where are they? So they have this Jade logo in the style of that outfit. So for example, this one is Mark Zuckerberg's that I was doing a couple days ago, which, well, like 2 days ago actually. Uh, and then this one is Spires, and you can see it on the chest here. And then I have a couple other examples if I can go grab them. But yeah, the idea is essentially to figure out a spot for that logo. Oh yeah, this is Oasis's also on the chest. Yeah, it's essentially like that. I'm just trying to find a good spot for it. That's the trick. Because it has to look it has to be non-intrusive for this one, I think. Or actually, just fuck it. What happens if I just go full intrusive with it? What if it's just like the most intrusive I can think of? Usually this kind of band on the chest actually is my go-to because it's visible, but it's not like too distracting, generally speaking. Let's see. I think that might look good without all this extra like bit here. Yes. Let me clean this up a tiny bit actually. Just straight up intrusive. Let's see how this works. Maybe lower. Yeah, where the armor plate is maybe. You know, if you're putting it in there too, why not add a bit of silver on the other side as well? Yeah, good idea, honestly. Ooh, actually, wait. Uh, this might be a good spot to balance out the brass, honestly. Hang on. Here, let me show you what I mean. Let me grab this color and then this color. Like that. What do you think? Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I figured this would be a good spot to kind of add in the bits of the brass that haven't been kind of balanced out up here. So I think I'll just go with this. Might look slight, it's a little too dark, like this maybe. Okay, I think that's good. All right, I think this is pretty much finished. Oh wait, the dialogue. I almost forgot the dialogue. Uh, did you have any dialogue in particular in mind, or should I just do anything? That's a bit too small. 400 should be good. Yeah, it's much better. I think I'm gonna change the background here. It's a bit too dark for me. If you can't think of anything, no worries. I'll just figure something out. It's all good. Didn't think of that. No worries. If it's alright with you, I'll just make one up. It's all good. Ooh, I like how this balances out. Go ham. Well, you said they enjoy this, like they like the look, so probably something like that. Ooh, super quickly actually. Let me add in the tongue because I didn't do that. I guess this should be pink, and a little bit lighter actually. He does if he enjoys it, then it should probably be like. We say, hey, how about this one? This is a little too long. You good with that? Okay, perfect. Make this a teeny bit smaller. 380 points should be good. Here we are. And just for fun, I think I'll add some of the little triangles. Just to add a bit of detail. There we go, and then this part shouldn't be too hard. I just posted a sketch of what I'd imagine Anther Truck could look like in my YouTube posts. I mentioned you in it. Sure thing, let me check it out actually. Here's a rough sketch. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a fair bit of sense actually. I can totally see that. Ugh. Oh, my back. Okay, alright, let's finish this up. And neat little sketch. Let me finish this up and then I'll see. I'll just send over the full res. I'll send them over to you, Trakey boy, and then that should be done. I'll send both versions, by the way, the one with and without the text. I usually send both. There we go. Okay, I hope you can make your own Enter truck one day. I'll have to see. It could be fun. I mean, why not? Just for fun, like a little sketch someday. Why not? There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think this is good. And let me just gradient the text a bit. Alright, perfect. And I think this is good. Now I'll just export this out, and I'll send you the finished one. I'll probably be sending them over Twitter, by the way. Oh my god. I didn't realize my caps are still on. Okay, and the NoFX version. NoFX. Okay. And that is done. Also, what are the triangles for? Are they some sort of language? Oh, honestly, I just put them there because they look nice. Just for fun. Here we go. And yeah, that should be finished. All right, sending them over to you on Twitter, and those should be the full res ones. You just got to open the original images. Oh my goodness, where'd they go? There we are. All right, and that is done for this part of the stream. So I'll probably be streaming later, in the evening, afternoon, that sort of thing. And I'll get on to Onco 99s, and then I think I got another slot or two after this that I still got to work on. But this is done. And yeah. Okay, so that's just going to be about the stream for today. Well, not today, just for the morning. Nice, and that's fair. Thank you so much. Yeah, when you mentioned who commissioned Use FA. Oh, okay, duly noted. Then yeah, Drakey Boy's up on FA, and I'll mention you up there. Let me see. Has anyone else said anything yet? No. All right. In that case, it was a pleasure working for you, dude. Thanks everyone for joining on the stream. Okay, bye. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Likewise. And thanks everyone for coming. All right. See you guys.